Guten Abend, mein Damen und Herren. Mist passiert back with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes commentary video, and today we're talking about contracts. Contracts are a new mechanic added to the game with the recent Bounty Hunters change. You can sum it up as basically a per battle objective which grants various bonuses to the squad and grants each individual bounty hunter a unique special bonus. So not only do you have the one bonus that the leader rolled bounty hunter grants, but also each individual bounty hunter has their own individual payout. For example, having Bosk as your leader gives you the Bosk contract. The objective of this contract is to deal damage to the lowest health enemy 10 times. The reward will give all bounty hunter allies 50 additional speed. You can identify the objective of that contract or target by clicking or finding the enemy with the contract indicator icon, which is a little blue icon which pops up over top of the head of the target, and you can see your progress on the contract down in the bottom right corner over by your abilities. Now, Bosk also has a payout, and whenever Bosk receives rewards from a contract, he also gains the following payout. That payout is that Bosk recovers an additional 5% health and 5% protection at the start of his turn, and half that much whenever another bounty hunter ally starts their turn. As you can see here, the contract has been completed, as you can see by that little icon, and all bounty hunters gain their payouts. Boba Fett's contract, when you have him in the leader role, defeat the first enemy that takes a turn in any encounter. Reward will give all bounty hunter allies an additional 25% tenacity for the rest of the battle. Now that wording right there, the rest of the battle, I didn't touch on that with Bosk. I forgot. Let's touch on that now. Rest of the battle to me implies the rest of the battle, including all subsequent waves. I think each wave counts as an encounter because you have those characters who gain bonuses per encounter or for the duration of the encounter. These are for the duration of the battle. Now, Boba Fett's payout is that Boba Fett gains 100% turn meter, and for the rest of the battle has an additional 50 speed and an additional defense penetration equal to 200% of his current defense penetration. That right there is pretty stinking impressive. I like his payout really better than I like his contract, because tenacity, let's face it, ain't all that great. Now, IG-88's contract is pretty cool. I like it a lot. His contract is to score critical hits against debuffed enemies 10 times, and if you remember his leader ability, anytime you critically strike an enemy, they gain a damage over time, so it's going to be pretty easy. The reward there is that all bounty hunter allies gain 25% offense and potency for the remainder of the battle. I really like his contract a lot, and I might actually see myself using IG-88 in the leadership capacity maybe a little bit more often. Now, his payout is pretty cool. For the rest of the battle, IG-88's critical hits to enemies reduce their tenacity by 10%, which stacks, and his attacks ignore 50% defense of target-locked enemies, and he has a 25% additional offense if there is an enemy with target lock. So on top of his unique and everything else, he is going to be a critical strike monster. All that offense and everything else, he's just going to be a freak of nature. Now, Greedo, again, we talked about him in my Bounty Hunter rework. Click the link in the description below or the card in the top right corner. His contract is to damage an enemy with less than 50% turn meter 10 times with a basic ability. The reward is that all bounty hunter allies have an additional 50% critical damage, which, considering that his leader ability is only 50% critical damage, that will boost all your bounty hunters to 100% crit damage, but I don't really think that warrants using Greedo in the leader ability for his contract. Now, his payout is worth it though. Whenever a contract is completed, his payout is an additional 50% health steal, plus 25% crit damage, and plus 75% counter chance until the end of battle. Greedo, like I said, he's going to be a freak of nature. He is one of the most awesome bounty hunters in the game now, especially with that contract payout. He doesn't have to be in the leader ability or the leader slot to get that contract payout for himself. Another reason I'm not a big fan of Greedo's contract is you're watching this battle right now, and yeah, the battle is over, and we just finished the contract. So his contract, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of his leader abilities, so nothing lost there because you just throw him in another slot and he still gets that wicked awesome payout. Dengar, last man on the list, his contract is to damage the healthiest enemy 10 times in contrast to Bosk's contract, and the reward there is that all enemies have negative 20% offense for the rest of the battle. So that is a kind of a different twist on how these contracts are working, but it does kind of make sense with his leader ability. His payout, however, grants Dengar an additional 25% offense plus 25% speed, and in addition, while Dengar is stealthed, he has a 60% chance to assist when another bounty hunter ally uses a special ability, which is pretty awesome. And if you think about what his basic ability does, whenever he attacks a target that has a negative status effect with his basic ability, he has a percent chance to call in and assist. So when your bounty hunter allies are using special abilities, calling Dengar to assist, not only is he going to assist, but then you have a chance to then also have another bounty hunter ally assist. Oh, and by the way, without any kind of a damage penalty. So Dengar, he's just amazing, guys. I really am pretty impressed with how they've managed to make these bounty hunter reworks so intricate and really enhance the synergy of bounty hunters. And if you watch any of like the old Clone Wars TV shows, you very, very seldom saw a bounty hunter out by themselves doing a job. Very often you have bounty hunters out working as a team. So I think this is kind of a real cool callback to the way bounty hunters really worked in the Star Wars universe. It's really awesome to see, and I love it. That said, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, check me out on Facebook, join my Discord server to continue the conversation. Love to have fun over there from time to time. And as always, guys, keep on gaming, and I will catch you later.